Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's been an interesting past few days here in the world of Call of Duty because we've had quite a few surprises pop up. Some of them were good, some of them were probably not so good depending on your stance on certain things. But yeah, over the past few days, we've gotten some major announcements for the remaining content that we're going to have for the end of Season 1 over the course of the next month or so. That includes Cold War and Warzone. And then on top of that, Activision just made a very strange change to the way that Call of Duty accounts work. So as we go over it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I'm always covering the latest Call of Duty news, intel, setups, tips, everything like that. So if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Also, Code Immortal is still 30% off on G Fuel right now, so if you want to help us get one step closer to maybe getting our very own flavor one day, Code Immortal is the way to go on anything on the G Fuel site. Now, let's talk first about the latest controversy going around the Call of Duty community, all relating to player and stat tracking / I guess, skill-based matchmaking tracking as well. Now, if you caught my video over the weekend or if you've been paying attention to what's been going on with a lot of the top Warzone players lately, you'll know that over the past week or so, player tracking has spiked in popularity a ton. Basically, we've got sites like COD Tracker and SBMM Warzone that allow anyone to track their own stats or other players' stats to see what their Warzone lobbies are like. You can get information on that player's individual stats like their overall KD and their wins and their win percentage and all that stuff. But you can also look at their recent games and look at their individual performance and their team's overall performance and all the other players in the lobby, and you can also view the overall skill rank of that lobby too. Whether it is bronze, which is the lowest tier and typically very, very easy lobbies, or silver, which is below average and average players, or gold, which is average and above average, or diamond, which is the top percentile and the best players out there comprising those lobbies. Now, this was useful for a handful of reasons, and also kind of annoying for a handful of reasons. On the useful side, this allowed you to essentially confirm if there were any cheaters in your lobbies. It was very obvious if Timmy Quickscopes had a 41 KD and 41 kills in that game, and the next best player had a 3.1 KD. That was a definitive way of saying, yeah, Timmy is definitely cheating. It was also useful to legitimize certain gameplays. Obviously, reverse boosting and queuing down is a thing you can exploit and get easier lobbies from, so if there were any questions as to what was going on in a certain gameplay, tracking that match could also help out with that. Personally, I just like knowing what my skill bracket was like. Predominantly, my lobbies are diamond with a few golds here and there and maybe a silver or a bronze if I'm lucky. But overall, I feel like it is way more rewarding when you can see that you dropped 10 or 15 or 20 kills on a lobby, then confirm it was a diamond lobby with other really good players in it. I guess it sort of adds to the overall competitiveness and actually gives you a form of a reward for playing in those sweatier lobbies, at least in my mind. Now, on the annoying end of the spectrum, you also have everyone and their mother thinking that because someone gets into a silver lobby or a bronze lobby and drops a nice gameplay, that they are for sure reverse boosting or exploiting the matchmaking. You've also got people trying to expose every single streamer or content creator out there because they end up in a nice lobby a few times a day. It basically turns into this whole witch hunt, which definitely I don't think was intended when these things were initially released. So there's definitely a lot of sides to this, but Activision basically just came out and said, yeah, doesn't matter which side you're on, doesn't matter if you want to track everything, because, well, now you just can't. Or at least you can't do it easily or conveniently. Because completely out of the blue the other night, Activision made it so that everyone's stats are now set to private by default, which means you can no longer use these sites to track yourself or anyone else on the game unless they go out of their way and go to their Activision profile on the Activision website, then set their preferences back to public. So they pretty much completely shut down this entire system without any reason or any announcement whatsoever. There was nothing like, hey, we're going to introduce our own skill-based ranks, so now even though you are playing in skill-based lobbies, you'll be able to see your official rank. We got nothing like that at all. They just sort of flicked a switch and made everyone's stats private. Very, very weird if you ask me, and really, I guess there's not much more to it than that. Super strange situation, and I'd love to know what you guys think of it down in the comments below. Now, outside of what's going on with all the Warzone tracking and whatnot, we also got some pretty cool announcements regarding the end of Season 1 and sort of what we can expect for content there. Now, as we mentioned briefly on Thirsty Thursday with the whole mid-season update, we do have one more major update coming to Warzone and Cold War later on this season, and apparently it's going to be dubbed the Season 1 Reloaded update, and by the looks of it, it's really going to, I guess, peak, if you will, on February 4th. so just about 3 weeks before the official end of the season. Before then though, obviously we're going to be getting a new playlist update next week on Thursday once again. We know that Xena, the third DLC operator for Season 1, is going to be releasing then as a new store bundle. Then we're also going to have like all the normal playlist updates for Cold War multiplayer, Warzone, and Modern Warfare then as well. But then on the 4th of February, we're going to end up getting quite a bit of new content all across the board. So one big surprise with this roadmap is that of Express coming back as a brand new remake map. This is basically going to be a new 1-to-1 map, just like how Raid was by the looks of it. So yes, you do still need to watch out for that train. If you know, you know. But the first big update for the end of Season 1 is going to be the return of Express. Now, League Play was also announced on this roadmap. However, it just says in season. We don't actually know when it's going to be dropping exactly. If I had to guess, it's going to be on the 4th alongside pretty much everything else, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see for that one. And in the coming playlist updates, we're also going to be getting a handful of new modes for Warzone and multiplayer. Just Cold War MP is specified, by the way. Unfortunately, we don't have any previews for any Modern Warfare playlists, but Buyback or Stimulus is going to be continuing on into the season. Hopefully we see that cycle between all the squad modes with duos and trios and quads. Armored Royale, which we've already seen is going to be returning as well, as is Mini Royale and then also Rumble. So really nothing new here, but some fan favorites are coming back for sure. And then in Cold War multiplayer, we're going to see Snipers Only as a brand new Mosh Pit playlist. This is going to feature TDM and Domination with obviously Snipers Only, so no other weapons, no equipment, and no score streak weapons are going to be usable here. It is really the ultimate sniper fight in the purest of forms. Now, a new mode that's coming soon is called Endurance, and this is for Fireteam Dirty Bomb, which basically makes it so that there is always 5 Dirty Bomb sites active. As we know now, once you end up detonating one of the locations, that one disappears until all 5 are gone, and then they basically just respawn until someone wins the game. However, in Endurance, every single bomb site stays active, and the score limit is actually doubled from 500 up to 1,000, so that's definitely going to be a cool twist on that. Now, Zombies also has a handful of new content coming on February 4th as well, and it's some pretty exciting stuff for what it's worth. Firebase Z is going to be the brand new Zombies map, the first ever DLC Zombies map for Cold War. That's going to be releasing on the 4th for everyone on all platforms for free, which is the very first time in history that that's happening, so that's pretty cool in and of itself. And then on top of that, the new Tombstone perk is going to be debuting then as well, so Zombies players are going to have a lot to mess around with once the Reloaded update is officially live. Also, people were wondering who this new character is that's on the whole Reloaded roadmap, and it seems to be a new Bulldozer skin that's probably going to be in the shop at some point in the future, and if I were to guess, the weapon that he's holding either is a brand new Mastercraft variant, or maybe even the Ray Rifle, which was leaked for Zombies a little while back. That is one we're definitely going to have to wait and see on, but there you have it. That is effectively what's sort of going on with the whole Warzone tracking block that Activision just implemented, and some of what to expect for the end of Season 1. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would be much appreciated. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned earlier, right now code WhosImmortal will actually get you 30% off your G Fuel order. So if you want to pick up anything there, be it a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything from the G Fuel site, code WhosImmortal has got you covered. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.